will be a shock to you also. Did you know a royal prince of Nigeria lives right here in Denton, Texas? Dr.Asagba has written a book entitled The Untold Story of a Nigerian Royal Family. Here is his story. And our next guest for this segment is Dr. Asagba. How was that?
Very pronounced well, yes.
Dr. Asagba is also a member of a royal family in Nigeria. So he's, in addition to being Dr. Asagba, he's also Prince Asagba. And you came to the United States in 1976, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
You came here to go to school, which you did, picking up finally a master's and a PhD from the University of North Texas.
That's correct.
And you've had some work history since then that we can talk about. You taught some at North Texas, public schools here at Cornell University in New York, where you told me it was cold.
Yes.
But what we really want to hear about is your book.
Yes.
While you were here at the University of North Texas, you wrote a book, and it's called The Untold Story of a Nigerian Royal Family. The book is in hardback and paperback. You had a book signing back in March at the Vertman's,
yes.
And there are still books available at the Vertman's store.
Yes.
One of the things in your book is about the person the last king that was assassinated.
Yes.
And that's rather a fascinating story.
Yes.
So tell us about that.
Well, my kingdom is Okwe Kingdom in the Delta state of Nigeria, which is the coastal area.
The coastal area of
yes,
Nigeria,
of
called
Nigeria.
the Delta.
Delta.
Okay.
And in 1770, we crowned our first king, and his name is Esezi.
Esezi.
Yes.
Okay.
And he ruled until 1779.
1779.
Yes.
Okay.
And while he was a king, he became a very brutal king. He ruled with a very strong iron hand.
I see.
And we asked members of the ruling houses to cut down palm trees and to hold the palm trees while they're falling.
Big palm trees.
Yes.
Okay.
And Esezi, when the palm tree falls and crushed those members of the ruling houses, he will ask that members of those ruling houses should be killed because...
All of them or...
Some of them.
Some of them.
And then members of those ruling houses started fleeing away from the villages.
That's understandable.
Yes. So they became so tired of the way he was ruling the kingdom. And in 1779, his nephew, Chief...
This fella.
Yes.
Okay.
Decided that they will get rid of him. And the way they did it was they secretly dug a pit, covered it with sticks and mat.
Okay.
And then they placed the king's chair on top of the pit. And then they called for a state meeting. So when the king came and he sat on it, and he fell.
He fell into the pit.
Into the pit. So while this was going on, they already had a boiling palm oil, which they poured on him. Kind of fried him up
oh my God.
in his grave. And then they buried him alive.
Oh.
So after he was assassinated in 1779, nobody in the ruling houses wanted to take the throne.
I can certainly understand why you wouldn't want that crown. That a little risky there.
Yes. So
how was the area governed?
It was governed by the descendants of those four ruling houses. Some of the powerful chiefs took control of the kingdom for 166 years.
Okay.
And then when the British government came to colonize us in 1891, what was happening was the British was imposing their rule on us.
Yes.
And taking control of the kingdom. So the senior chiefs, decided that it is time to fill the position of the kingship. Okay. And so they decided to ask the Esezi ruling house, because of what had happened to their great-great-great-great-grandfather.
Yes.
And then one of his descendants decided to take the throne, and he became Esezi II. And there was a dispute between the king and the British officers because they refused to take orders from him, saying that they would not recognize him as a king.
I see.
But that went on for a few years, and then finally the British government wrote a letter and says that the Okwe people have right to crown their own king. They've just signed a new constitution now to guarantee our house that after this king rule and is gone, that the next king will come from our ruling house.
Okay.
Yes.
So it still could be you.
It could be me.
It may be someone
yes,
else, but it could be.
I hope I live long to be.
Whether you get to be king or not, you live long.
Yes.
So nice to meet you.
Thank you very much. It's nice to be here.
Thank you so
Yes.
very much.
Yes.